What's good, y'all? Welcome to Hip Hop in the Streets. It's your boy Big Zo. Today we're going to talk about the King Von Quando Rondo situation. Let's get into it. Now, as everybody knows, King Von passed away November 6th at Club Monaco. He had actually been celebrating the release of his album Welcome to Old Block and his homie Boss Top's birthday at Club Opium. That was successful. There was no problems there. There's footage of it online. You can go ahead and check it out. It was a good performance. He did his thing. His homie did his thing. They was chilling. It was a great evening. After that, they decided to leave. They're supposed to go back to the hotel to do their thing, chill, smoke, drink, whatever they, gonna do after their thing. But King Von decides he wants to do something else. He wants to still go and chill. So he decides to go to a hookah lounge called Monaco. Now, this is where things take a little left turn. He didn't inform his homies that that's where he wanted to go at first. So he just went there on his own. When he pulled up there, he was pretty much by himself. He had to call his homies and notify them like, yo, I'm over here. Y'all still at the hotel, yo, but slide up over here. So they ended up pulling up over there or whatever. But I guess the whole aura for the night was off. You know, his manager and several other people said that, King Von was just a little bit out of the ordinary that day. And I just guess, maybe it's a greater, higher power that was giving him signals. He probably knew something was off, but he didn't know exactly what it was. So he's chilling in the car for about a half an hour, and then his manager finally has to go and drop a bug in his ear like, yo, bro, what are we doing? Are we going inside? Are we going back to the hotel? We can't just keep sitting in these cars like this. This is like bad. So Von says, all right, man, send the security in, let them check out the club, and we're going to go in there and do our thing. So security goes inside. They make their rounds inside the club. There's no weapons allowed inside. So they have to go put their weapons back in the car. No one has a gun at this point in time. Which is just coincidental that at this same time, one of King Von's homies comes and tells him that they have spotted Quando Rondo. He is here and he's sleeping. He's not aware that we're here. At that point, King Von, he's on go. He turned up. You know what I'm saying? He hops out the car. We at? He gonna go find him. He gonna go put the beats on him like he promised he was gonna do. NBA Youngboy's talking crazy about him. Quando Rondo, you decided to hop in this and you're just a little guy. You gonna get what you deserve. So boom, he hops out. He go find Quando Rondo. He finds Quando Rondo standing in the parking lot on the side, talking to somebody in a white Jeep. Quando Rondo sees him come. He turns to face him to say something, and I don't think King Von was interested in doing no talk. As Chicago niggas want to say, I don't want to talk. He didn't want to talk. He stole on him, and he starts putting the beats to him. The fight progresses to the back of the vehicle. At that point, he has Quando Rondo down on the floor in the middle of the street. Little ground and pound. And Lil Tim decides to hop out of the truck and produce a firearm and shoot King Von. Now King Von is holding on to Quando Rondo, trying to block from getting shot again. But at the same time, there's some off-duty cops that are doing security for the club. So they start firing and they shoot Lil Tim. At this time, King Von's homies have already ran back to the car. They got their weapons. They coming back out. So now there's the off-duty officer shooting, and now there's an actual officer that's on duty that was patrolling in the area. He has turned the corner and now he's shooting. So cops' role is pretty much when they turn the corner, they see anybody with a gun in their hand, they're gonna shoot them. So boom, they shoot Lil Tim, they shoot two of King Von's homies. Now, things get a little crazy because there's been like a misunderstanding on what was happening. Was Quando Rondo trying to help King Von after he was shot, or was King Von holding him? All right, so there's both sides. There's people saying that Quando Rondo was actually trying to pull King Von up and he was screaming, oh, King Von shot, King Von shot. And then there's other people saying that King Von was so strong that he was holding Quando Rondo in front of the bullets that were, he was assuming that he was going to be shot more times than that, but he didn't realize that Lil Tim had already been shot by the police. So he probably was just, doing what he could do. And at that time, one of King Von's homies comes up. He punches Quando Rondo off of him. He grabs King Von, and some other homies come, and they drag him to the car, and they speed him off to the hospital. All right, cool. Now, let's go back to what started all of this. What started this was an altercation over a girl. King Von had broken up with Asian Doll. Asian Doll had went and started chilling with another rapper, NBA Youngboy. So King Von in return went and found NBA Youngboy's baby mother and started chilling with her. Now words are exchanged. It's gonna be up there. We're gonna be fighting. We're gonna be shooting. We're gonna be doing all of this when we see each other. And that's fine, because, King Von's a fighter. Supposedly from NBA Youngboy's image, he's a fighter too. So it would have just been two tall niggas getting their thing on it. Little fisticuff. But Quando Rondo, being NBA Youngboy's artist, decided he wanted to try to get in the situation and start talking, even though he's a little guy compared to these two. And that backfired for him, as you guys see, because King Von told him, it's up there. I'm going to give you the beats when I see you. I'm going to beat any of y'all. And that's exactly what he did. If y'all see the footage, y'all can go ahead and check that out. I'm not going to put it there because I don't want to get demonetized or anything like that. And I also don't want to promote anybody getting killed because we've lost a lot of rappers. And it's kind of messed up. But yeah, he went there, he did his thing. And now, see, all right. This is the whole thing. Now that everything has happened, Tim's in jail, Quando Rondo's out here, and he's trying to pretend like he's some kind of top gangster. Listen, bro, you didn't do anything. You got beat up. That's what happened. The only thing you did in this situation was get beat up. You didn't do nothing gangster. You got beat up. Your homie hopped out and did what street people are supposed to do in a situation like that. And he's also paying the price for it. But you now running around like you're some kind of top gangster, or you did something ill, or you're a big stepper. No, you're not a big stepper, bro. You got beat up. You didn't pull out no guns. You didn't even fight back. You kind of just got treated like a girl out there. So the fact that you're running around now, shooting videos dressed like you're the killer, saying all this tough stuff, oh, you got $1 million on my head, put 8, you don't want that kind of pressure. Let's be realistic. You're not even that type of dude. All right, you probably got some dudes around you that are that type of dude, and that's kind of what like rappers do with their entourage. They have people that are like tougher than them, but some of the rappers are really like that, which is King Von. And it was probably a bad decision for King Von to go and steal on him. This is what I wonder, right, in my head. Do y'all think King Von was right for going to steal on him? I mean, you think he should have let the little dude live? Y'all get in the comment section and let me know about that. But even further than that, do you think that King Von would have punched Quando Rondo if he knew it would lead to his death on some freak accident stuff? Because I don't think he would have. I mean, he was just coming up. He was bringing all his homies up. You know what I'm saying? He was going back and giving to the hood. King Von was doing for his people. That was what he was pretty much about. So I don't think he would have threw everything away just to punch Quando Rondo in the face. I don't think Quando Rondo was that important. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to get to Lil Durk in this situation. Everybody has to think about all the stuff that Lil Durk's been going through. When he signs an artist, something happens, they get locked up, they get killed, he lost his cousin Newski. He loses people all the time, you know what I'm saying? LA Capone. So you gotta feel Durk's pain. Durk has to be going through some high level of pain right now. Come on, man. He called the brother his evil twin. You know what I'm saying? So that's obviously his road dog. And I think because Durk has a certain set of morals, I think Durk is willing to throw a lot away to avenge Von's death. So that's something we got to take into consideration too. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be fighting back and forth and all this on Instagram. But in reality, I think the person that's going to make something happen in the streets is probably going to be Durk, OTF, O Block, however you want to call it, is definitely going to come from them. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys are paying attention, even Chief Keef, and Chief Keef ain't been in the O Block scene for a minute, but even Chief Keef tweeted out on his own story, he said, all y'all talking about King Von like y'all funny, don't make me pull up on y'all, I'll show y'all what gangsters do. And y'all already know Chief Keef's reputation, bang bang. So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? That's getting him off the bench. This is another thing I want to delve into. I think the fact that King Von's reputation was so ill with the rumored 7 bodies, and he's known to be a shooter and just a straight get down dude, I think his reputation alone has scared them. It had scared Quando, Rondo, and Lil Tim. So when he came out and just was doing regular fists, they couldn't believe that it was just regular fists. So they felt like, nah, this is the Chirac Savage. This is King Von. We must shoot him. And that's what Lil Tim did. I think King Von's own reputation scared them to the point that they felt that they had to take lethal action, because they felt, probably, even though he was beating him, he probably felt he's going to beat me up and shoot me after, you know. Or his homie probably thought, this is going to lead to gunplay anyway, so let me just skip all that, which is what this generation does. This generation usually just skips the fighting and goes straight to the gunplay, because we know that's where it's going to lead anyways. So I think that's what happened. I think that King Von's fearsome reputation of being a street dude, a shooter, a killer, had put him square as a target to be killed, because people, I mean, you don't want beef with someone that's going to come back. You know what I'm saying? If you know someone's going to come back in a violent manner, you want to just end it right there. Final, finish, boom, gone. And that's how they went about it with Von, man. It's a tragic situation, all right, because it was supposed to be a celebratory day. Welcome to Old Block release party and his homie Boss Top's birthday. But it turned out tragic. When are we going to learn? When are we going to stop, people? You know what I'm saying? Was this little argument over these two girls worth a life being lost? No. And that's another thing, my brothers. We got to stop throwing ourselves out the window over these females. And I got a story about that myself. I went through something really similar to that. And the people who are from my city pretty much know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to get into that. That's going to be one of the story of times that I tell later on. I'm not ready to tell that story yet. It's kind of emotional, and you know what I'm saying, it's feelings. I lost a cousin and everything. R.I.P. Doughboy. But yeah, I just want to know, when are we going to stop this? We got to push our people up. We got to elevate, you know. So everyone, think about this. When you're about to get into something, don't just jump out the window doing it, because you're thinking about what you're going to do in this situation. But what's that other person going to do? Or what's that other person's homie's going to do? You can only account in your brain for what you're going to do and what you plan to do in those actions. But you don't know what the next man is going to do. And you will never know what the next man is going to do. No one's a fortune teller. No one's a psychic. Anyone could die in any situation. If you're going to commit violence, just know that there's a chance that the violence may backfire on you and you may die. So this is Hip Hop in the Streets. It's your boy Big Zo signing out. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.